Multivitamins have become a routine part of daily life for millions, especially among aging adults and those managing chronic illness. Marketed as an insurance policy against dietary gaps, they promise a convenient way to boost the immune system, fill nutritional voids, and support long-term health. But mounting evidence calls into question whether isolated nutrient supplementation can truly replicate the complexity and benefits of whole foods, especially when it comes to immune and metabolic resilience in vulnerable populations. A growing number of clinical studies comparing multivitamins to food-based nutrition suggest that the body responds very differently to nutrients delivered in isolation versus those consumed as part of a whole food matrix. While supplements can correct frank deficiencies, such as vitamin D in northern climates or B12 in vegans, taking broad-spectrum multivitamins as a daily habit has not consistently shown measurable improvements in immune function, disease resistance, or metabolic health. Some trials have found little to no benefit from multivitamin use in preventing infections, slowing cognitive decline, or improving inflammatory markers. In older adults in particular, supplements often fail to outperform modest dietary improvements in terms of outcomes like immune cell function or glucose control. The problem lies in how nutrients interact within food. Whole foods contain fiber, phytonutrients, enzymes, and a synergistic blend of compounds that affect how vitamins and minerals are absorbed and utilized. For example, vitamin C from citrus or bell peppers comes with flavonoids that enhance its bioavailability and antioxidant activity. Zinc in legumes is absorbed differently when consumed with phytates, which also modulate immune signaling pathways. These interactions are largely absent in isolated supplement pills, which deliver nutrients in synthetic or inorganic forms the body may not recognize or process efficiently. In some cases, high doses of individual vitamins can even interfere with the absorption or balance of others, leading to unintended imbalances over time. This concern is especially relevant in aging and chronically ill populations, where nutrient needs are higher but digestive efficiency and kidney function may be compromised. A multivitamin might supply 100% of recommended daily values, but if the gut microbiome is disrupted, bile acid production is diminished, or systemic inflammation is present, the body's ability to use those nutrients effectively may still be impaired. Whole foods, by contrast, tend to be more easily tolerated and better integrated into biological systems that are already under stress. Diets rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and lean proteins provide not only essential micronutrients, but also fiber and antioxidants that modulate immune signaling and support gut health, a key component of immunity. There's also a psychological pitfall in relying on supplements as a dietary crutch. Many people assume that taking a multivitamin offsets poor eating habits or compensates for a heavily processed diet. This belief can breed complacency and reduce motivation to make meaningful changes in food choices. Worse, it may give a false sense of security in those at high risk of chronic diseases, people who most need comprehensive, food-based interventions. It's also worth noting that not all supplements are created equal. Quality control issues, contamination, inaccurate labeling, and overfortification are common problems, especially in unregulated or poorly monitored brands. Despite their limitations, multivitamins do have a role in specific cases. For individuals with restricted diets, known deficiencies, or limited access to healthy foods, targeted supplementation can be beneficial. However, using them as a blanket solution for immune support, particularly in aging or chronically ill individuals, ignores the broader context of diet quality, lifestyle, and metabolic health. Nutrient sufficiency is necessary but not sufficient by itself. It's the overall pattern of intake, meal composition, and consistency that determine long-term resilience. Ultimately, the human immune system is not sustained by isolated molecules alone. It depends on a web of nutritional, hormonal, and microbial signals that are best supported through a varied, minimally processed diet. While supplements may have a place in clinical nutrition, they cannot replicate the complexity of real food. Nor should they be seen as a shortcut to health, especially when the real gains lie not in what we can swallow in a pill, but in what we put on our plate, day after day, over a lifetime.